guess what? We're here with Blood of the Earth, Christian, Jeff, and Katie, your friend and mine. Uh, we're just gonna bullshit. Sound good? Yeah, you guys like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Christian was like, "Yeah, it still sounds good, fucker. Shut up and go."
Also
Um,
easy to talk to also, so
Yes.
Sweet. Thank you all for taking time out of your Sunday to hang out and bullshit with little old me.
Yeah, thanks for having us back on.
of course.
I think last probably what at least a year ago, probably
Almost, yeah, it must have been.
right when we first got going.
Yeah. Now I gotta go fucking look. When was that?
Because I think we were talking about how I was doing the stop motion animation and how
Yep.
that was a challenge. I got through all those 6 videos and I don't think I'll ever attempt it ever again because that was a task. It was fun. It was absolutely a very, very good learning experience how to put video together and do stop motion animation the old school way. But I think for future videos, it'd be nice to have like all of us live in person playing instruments instead of just like
Sure.
imagery flashing back and forth.
Sometimes it's not like so I don't. I guess yes, the live thing, everyone playing instruments is cool. It's also cool to have like a theme and like or I say a theme, but like a plot and like do stuff. I saw a really cool one where they're like having this weird seance over a casket. Like I'm into that kind of shit.
Little movie.
Nice.
Storyline
Yeah,
and 3 minute mini movie kind of thing. That'd be, I mean,
yeah.
probably have to throw around some concept
Yeah.
ideas once we get some lyrics and some vocals into these songs. I think then we'll be able to like get some sort of concept going.
Dude, that stuff that Jeff sent me a couple weeks ago. Holy fuck.
Yeah. We
Goosebumps.
can't wait to release it. It's just rough mixes, so we'll hopefully have it done by like springtime. We're going in like 2 weeks from now, I think.
2 weeks.
December 6th and 7th to finish the program drums. And then the following week, we're going to do the guitars, bass, keyboards, and then Christian's coming down in end of January to do more guitars on top of the ones that I'm putting down.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Some work instead of me trying to just play rhythm.
I'm excited. I'm definitely excited. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, it was like it's super cool seeing like the progression of what this is because I dug I dig the stuff that was just Jeff and Katie, and to see it grow into something more like the sound is so much more full,
Right.
and it's like, oh god, it's just fucking it's so awesome.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Go ahead, Christian.
Oh no, I was saying I was really honored that Jeff had asked me to do guitars and Blood of the Earth because we had been talking way before the whole idea of me doing anything in the band. I was in a previous band and it just didn't work out. I was actually on tour with them and we were talking quite a bit while I was on the road. And it's cool because Jeff and I are also from Bolton, Connecticut, which is neat. And it just like it's coincidental that just worked out that way. But it's a very small agricultural town, in like central Connecticut area. So it's really cool that we grew up in the same area. I'm still in Connecticut, but it's just cool that we get to work together. We're doing it digitally right now, but it's awesome. I love the idea he had and all the riffs he sent me and stuff. It's just been sweet. It's something I've been wanting to do really for a very long time. So it's going to be awesome. It already is. I just can't wait to do the recording on it.
Yeah, and to get it out for other people to hear and be able to like enjoy along with you, it's super cool. It's I don't know what I was gonna say. I was gonna say something. It was just like, oh, there it went. Like, all right, whatever.
You'll remember it like 3 in the morning.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'll text Jeff like, holy shit, dude.
Me and Christian are actually from the same town, almost down the street, kind of like an
Yeah.
extended. We just found that out like Sunday night.
Yeah. I think it was Sunday. Yeah. Yeah. Or no, it was Friday. Yeah, Friday we did. I think it was. We talked and yeah, you lived very close to me. It was probably like a mile and a half, maybe 2 miles away, right out in the mountain there, which is cool.
That's fucking.
Yeah,
It's funny how that
Mm.
shit all happens. How did you all connect initially?
it was just through Facebook from I heard the band he was in. I just sent him a message. It was actually maybe before that, just friend requests, probably mutual people that you know from the same town. Like I heard his name and it's other band 60 Grit
Mhm.
that knew who I was, so we knew of each other. But we never actually met because I think when I was getting out of high school, he was getting into high school.
Mhm. Yeah, that's right.
That's hilarious.
Mhm.
You guys know the band Child Bite?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Sean Knight, that was us. I was getting out of high school and he was like getting in.
nice.
Nice.
Like,
Detroit.
fuck?
Mm.
Yeah. Like
Oh, so you're from Detroit?
Detroit area, yeah.
Okay, I thought you were from Kentucky.
I live in Kentucky.
Okay, you're originally from up there.
Yeah, I've been here 25 years about.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
We left 93 because they signed, I guess 92 they signed the NAFTA agreement, and then 93 they were shipping a bunch of our manufacturing jobs to Mexico and elsewhere,
Mhm.
which Detroit is a manufacturing town,
Yeah.
and it 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 absolutely crushed that city. And to watch people going homeless and losing everything, what seemingly like overnight, but it was like in the span of months or a year or whatever. Dad was like, peace. He left, and I was like, he went to Tennessee. I was like, I'm from Detroit. I'm not going to fucking Tennessee. Fuck them hillbillies. Uh, and in all fairness, I love Tennessee now.
That's
But
awesome. Yeah.
there, I was only there for like 2 months, and then I went back to Detroit and kind of bounced around. So
no, every time I've always been to Detroit, there's like the nice areas, and then there's some areas where you can tell that the economic impact still has not gotten any better from what initially happened. It's steep, but still a cool place to visit and play shows and be around there. So
well, it's really cool to see like how Detroit has changed, because when you know fuck through the 90s, probably the majority of the 80s and early 2000s, like you don't go to Detroit. You stay away from there. You're gonna
Sure.
die if you go there. Um, at least that's how it was always like. It was always sold to us. I mean, don't go to Detroit, you'll die. I mean, we went to Detroit. We went to Detroit as kids. You had to go to Detroit to go to Canada to get to the bar to drink.
Mhm.
Like,
true.
but it's come a long way. Like you used to be able to find a habitable house in Detroit, like habitable again, for $10,000-$20,000, and now I don't know if you
Uh,
could find a vacant lot for that.
Down here you can't. I know that.
Yeah. I was watching something about there are guys driving around banks, like and just investors buying houses for $1,000, buying houses for $5 in some of the, worst areas of Detroit. I couldn't believe it. And I was just like, and some guys were doing it, but it's like, is it gonna ever come back to where it was, I mean,
No,
as
it's better than it was now.
mhm,
The majority of it is so much better, but I think they were talking about selling those houses for cheap. What happened is there was the mayor in Detroit, Kwame Kilpatrick.
mhm,
He was selling blocks of houses to his family, like an entire block for $1.
Wow.
You know, they had to auction them off, and he would just sell it for $1, and
Hmm.
family would, reap the rewards from, developing or renting or, whatever they did with them. They actually, he got in a shitload of trouble. I think he might be living in Texas now, but he went to prison for a couple of years
Hmm.
because of all that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like,
a little unfair, but
Mm.
at least I guess if you said he went to jail or whatever, at least he got held accountable.
Yeah.
I mean, sorta, yeah, but
Yes.
at, like,
Hey, out of
I,
it. No.
yeah, I fucked an entire city. Like, 2 years in prison, cool. I'm gonna go live my life. Like, whatever. God, Detroit, what a fucking madhouse. Back to music though.
Mm.
Yeah.
Good stuff. How many songs do you guys have ready for the new thing?
We're doing eight songs. One of them right now has the vocal track that I sent you. Um, three of them are done with guitars, bass, keyboards, drums. So we have five more to do, and then Christian's going to come down and put his parts on all eight of them.
Fuck yeah.
We're doing
8 songs.
program drums because, as you know, we don't have a drummer. So we're going to finish it up with program. Katie programmed all the parts. So she made put it in MIDI, and we're bringing it to Kandor Studios, where we go to in Tampa with Ryan Bosch, and he's gonna, put the drum samples on it, so it's gonna sound like real drums. So it's gonna be a little better than the EP demo that we have.
Does he do Terror Bay Distro?
No, that's Ed Wiley.
Okay.
Put the Doomfest on. Ed's really cool too. He just got in touch with us. It was last week about playing with Today's a Day. Initially, we couldn't do it because of recording, and we had to move some stuff around. Christian's coming down in January instead of December, so we're going to do it as a two-piece. Me and Katie in the studio, and then we're going to cut the studio session early, go to Deviant Libation, where the Doomfest was. It's a cool brewery in Tampa, and then we're going to play with Today's a Day for probably like 20, 30 minutes set.
Hell yeah. Reagan spoke real highly of that place. He had a really good time. While he was down there, he was like, Jeff and Katie fucking took care of me.
Yeah, we
took him out, to eat and everything, and hung out. And I'm glad he was able to make it. Like, it was cool to see a lot of people actually come from out of town for that fest. It's the second year Ed hosted it, and already it seems like it's gotten a lot of good traction, a lot of good attention. So we're hoping even next year we can be a little bit more active in getting it, further off the ground in some way. However, Ed needs our help. It was a lot of fun, so I'm glad that he had a fun time too.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
Ryan from the studio, he's
yeah.
Mixed and mastered all like the Horrors albums. He's worked on Melvin's Helmet, Shrek 2 soundtrack when he was in LA. So he's done a lot of like cool stuff out here too. He moved back to Tampa. He's originally from Florida, so he moved back to Tampa, and we met him through Master's Ashes, the other band we're doing with Azal.
Yeah.
So that's how we first got introduced to him, and then once we got this stuff ready, we just brought it to him.
Hell yeah. So is he starting a label or has a label too?
He has a label, yeah.
I think he's putting out the Florist album.
Yeah, he put out the Florist album. He's putting out this band Meat Wound that's out here. They're really good.
Right in Katie's Katie's wheelhouse. Meat Wound. Okay.
Like, I think one of my guilty pleasures is finding bands. I think I told you, like, with medical terminology, and I'm like, do you know what that word actually means? Because I mean, I don't think I'd call a band that, whatever it is. So it's just my guilty pleasure. So, but no, Ryan, I think one of the best things about working with him in the studio is, I mean, I've worked with a bunch of different producers, and I've worked in a bunch of different studios, but with Ryan, he like cures your studio phobias. Like, I've had some people do it again. Well, I got it perfect that take. No, do it again. And he's just like, oh, you know what, do your best, and we'll work on it and get it taken care of. Like there's no stress. It's very easygoing, very laid back. So it makes for a really, really good studio session with him. So
Yeah, I don't like
That
going to the studio, but I have fun going there.
it's fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Threat Collections, his record label.
Yeah.
oh, that's it.
Nice.
Yeah, I was like, I couldn't remember like what it was called. Talking
Yeah.
to the dudes in Florist, they were like, "Oh, we're gonna do this thing." Fucking cool, man. Like, I dig them a lot too.
They're
Um,
cool. They play some a few times in the last couple months. Um, and on one of our songs, Azal Dean from Crisis, who we're also in the Masters Ashes with, he came
yeah.
down to I want to call it a lead, but he put a different harmony to one of the intros to it, and he's kind of helping, I guess, co-producing a little bit, like helping us figure out which parts sound like they should be there, if we need to change a little bit. And when he came down, we just grabbed his guitar and played what right on the spot, whatever he felt. And it's
Hell yeah.
Crisis sound to it.
Nice.
So, for all of you people out there, if the camera, there we go, right there. For all of you, they need a drummer. Hello, drummers.
Yeah.
Drummers,
You know what
drummers.
you know what I wanted to say too? I never told you guys when you told me, or Jeff and Kate, that you were playing with Today's the Day. Their old bass player, Chris DeBerry, I'm really good friends with.
I
I don't
remember
know if you know who he is.
house parties back in
Brian Milkey. Remember him? Or do you know who he is? He's out of Coventry.
yeah, I remember all them. I used to
Oh yeah, because Chris, I saw Chris like 8 months ago, and like he was telling me, like I knew that he was with them for a while doing bass, and then he joined them again last year at Cherry Street over here in Connecticut, and he did the bass again for them because it's been like a decade since he's actually played with them. Because he had three kids, I think, as well, and he wasn't able to have his wife or something when wasn't okay with him doing tours anymore. But yeah, he loved the band. So when you guys were saying it, I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. I never had a chance to bring it up, so I figured now I will
I was actually
because
wondering about
yeah,
I know he wasn't Today's the Day, and I think he was in Cable for a little bit.
yeah,
That's cool though.
yeah. No, it's cool, man. He's a great guy. We definitely were like talking, giving some like we were just drinking a beer around a bonfire. We were talking about all the stuff that had happened and the things that he went through with he had like a crazy bus driver in England, I guess, when they were out there for a month. And he was telling me about that guy, and we were having horror stories about the toilet on the tour buses. I'm sure you understand, that stuff goes, man. Yeah. So he's a great guy.
Well, it'll be.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
looking forward to that show for sure. We played with them once before, and it was. I mean, the one thing that I absolutely love about Deviant Libation is the fact that we previously had worked with us all at another bar, Born Free. That place shut down, and we were hosting a lot of shows there. And Deviant Libation stepped up, and it's not set up as a venue, but they've made it a staple venue on the underground scene here. So it is like a very, very tight knit place, and everyone's very welcoming, and it's just a good time. So being able to play with them again there at that bar is going to be a lot of fun too. So we'll have to ask him about the toilet stories then, I guess, in person.
Yeah.
You said that was Chris DeBerry you're talking about?
Chris DeBerry, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they'll probably remember. I mean, and the definitely bring up the bus driver in London, the crazy one. They think they'll remember that too.
So today's the day. It's just other than like Steve being like the main cat, everyone else is just kind of like a rotating cast of characters. Um,
Mhm.
I'm sure if you ask Steve, Steve will know for sure.
Yeah.
Dude, that dude's got some fucking stories. When they played here a couple weeks ago, so weird. It was a 5-band bill, which is such a huge bill. Like, I'm old. 3 is kind of my, where I'm happy. 4, I can manage. 5, I'm like, oh my God. Can I go to bed?
Was it one of the Monday night?
No. So the Metal Mondays, dude, they do 2 bands 3 bands, absolute max, but they do 2 bands. It's over by like 10 or 10:30.
Mhm.
So I'm like, fuck yeah, home in bed by 11. I'm done. See ya. But it's perfect. Those 2 band bills are like, they're real quick, 30, 40-minute sets,
Mhm.
done and over with. We got to get you guys here for that.
Yeah, we'd love to come down for that.
That'd be good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that's in Louisville or Lexington.
Yeah, Louisville.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's super rad, dude. They're it's like, it's just a built-in crowd. I mean, dude, you could talk to the dudes in Florist or Hollow Leg. They'll tell you all about it.
Oh, they
Mhm.
played that Monday night.
Yeah,
Nice. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
definitely. I've got the tour itch. I want to get back out there and play more shows and stuff, especially after tagging along with Jeff
Mhm.
on his 6 Feet Under run. I'm
Mhm.
like, man, I miss this. I want to do this, and I know realistically, like we've got life things, bills, jobs, all that stuff. So planning on like little pockets here and there to get like our feet wet and get started back in on the touring circuit again is I think that's my goal for next year. So
Yeah.
see how everything pans out, but that's definitely something I want to do because we have friends all over the US, we have friends everywhere, so it'd be great to just reach back out and start networking again with people and getting something going again. So
yeah. I think it's funny when you tour for a long time, or when you tour at all,
Mhm.
for any period of time. When you come off the road, you're like, man, I really kind of want to go back and do that again.
Yeah. You don't want to go back home. I mean, for me, I didn't. I was on the road for 5 weeks with Dark Trank and Amorphous with my old band, and I didn't want to come home. Like I have a son now. He's 10 months old, and I was really excited. He wasn't even born yet, but he was. My fiance was very pregnant with him, and but I just wanted to go, and that's what I'm looking forward to as well, is getting back on the road and just playing shows again and doing whatever we're able to do. It's going to be awesome.
Hell yeah, it is.
Mhm.
Hell yeah, it is, brother.
Yeah, it's like that's what you want, as a musician. Is if I'm sure you can all remember when you were starting to play your instrument and you would watch videos of your idols playing, and you would see them hanging out on the bus or just doing shows in front of people, and you're like, I want to do that. And every musician, I think, to a point, if they take it serious, gets to play some decent shows. But when you get to the level of professional and you can tour and you can go out and you can live on a bus and experience that, it's really just like it's a goal that if you can get there, it's phenomenal, and it becomes extremely addicting, I think, as well. So it's just something that I'm so excited to do, and just to travel and see the world and meet all the awesome people that are out there. That was one of my favorite things.
Yeah, I don't think it's cut out. It's not a life for everyone though, because
Yeah.
it's getting out and doing the thing. Like it's great, and it
Mhm.
looks a lot better from the
Right.
outside. And when you're in there doing it, you
Hmm.
know, the toilet on the bus, like,
Hmm.
don't shit on the bus. Please don't shit on the bus.
No.
Like, that's gonna be rancid, dude. Like,
Hmm. Yeah.
so that's probably the smallest of so many things that can happen, on the road. Your
Yeah.
fucking head blows or
Yeah.
whatever, and you're in a strange city. Like, oh shit, what do we do?
Yep.
You know?
Shit gets stolen, and like you're 3,000 miles away from home. Yeah. I mean, all that stuff happens, and it's not glamorous. I definitely agree with you. I thought it would be, when I was younger, but then just as I got older and read up and stuff, and then doing it, it's not glamorous at all. You're showering maybe twice or 3 times a week if you're lucky. It's just it's what it is. So, but yeah, I do agree. It's not for everybody, but it's the experience. I think and is what I miss the most.
For sure. Yeah, but I feel like you're cut out for it. Much like Jeff and Katie.
Yeah.
They are. They That's that's how I fucking know them is music.
Hmm.
So to be here, for me to be here at like the beginning of this thing, Blood of the Earth, which I'm excited, dude. I
Oh
wanted
yeah.
to like do big things. I love the sound. Everyone I know that I'm like, dude, listen to this. They're like, dude, this is fucking cool. I'm like, yes, yes, it
No.
Yeah.
is.
Thank you.
I love it. I'm very grateful to be part of it. It's awesome. I'm really really excited for it, and it's sweet. I'll even blast the stuff that they send me on my bike. I have a little radio on my motorcycle, so I'll just like when I can. It's a little cold now, but that's what I'll do. I'll ride, like do my rides wherever I go, and I'll just blast the um the songs, like, so I can. That's how I remember them too when I do that. But I also love listening to it, so I can't wait until it's all said and done. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. What's So when you guys are done recording, is the plan to start doing like weekenders? Just
That's
go
what
out
we're
for a couple of days?
Yeah, that's what we want to do. We want to start off doing like Connecticut and probably Cherry Street in Wallingford, and then do a show Lucky 13 Saloon in Brooklyn. So have like two in the area, and then we have some possibilities of Long Beach and LA, and we probably get some Texas ones. So we'll probably split it up like weekends here, weekends here. We're hoping to get on some festivals, mainly like, of course, the Europe ones, but there's one in Mexico City called Doom City Fest that I've been following. Me and Katie might go down just to go to the fest to check
Just
it
go
out.
hang out.
It's a fun place to go see shows, and the people down there are awesome. So hopefully we can get on that. 2027 would be the goal.
Mhm.
I wonder. I'm curious because with in the Doom scene, I always exaggerate. I'm like, there's 12 people and they're at all the fucking shows. Um, yeah, realistically, there's probably a few thousand, but when you go to like Ripple Fest and Planet Desert Rock and uh, Desert Fest, I feel like it's all the same people. You show up to the
Mhm.
fest and everyone's like, "Hey, dude, haven't seen you in 3 months since the last fest we were at." So I'm really curious how that translates like internationally, like in Europe, with Desert Fest, like or Fest.
That sounds
What
cool.
the hell?
That sounds
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
this Desert Fest, bro, it's so cool. Uh, uh, but with like Desert Fest and Dunk and all of these different festivals over there, I wonder if it's the same there, where like the same crowd kind of travels to all of them.
Yeah, from what I've experienced, you see some of the same people. That's it. All their goals. So obviously Desert Fest. Um, a few in Europe. I've done
Ripple would
the
be fun.
yeah, Rugby Fun,
Mhm.
Mhm.
Fire in the Mountains in was in Montana. But
Yeah.
Desert
Oh,
Fest, London, Berlin, I think Oslo now. I think there was one in New York. So just we want to still be able to play that style, but I think our sound evolved a little more where it has, I won't say just metal, but it's more
I think we could
playing.
fit on different bills too,
Yeah,
like not just Doom stuff, but I think that we could. I like variety. I mean,
Yeah.
after being in deathcore for like 9 years or so, give or take,
Mhm.
I hearing the same genre over and over and over and over again. I wanted variety. I wanted to hear, that stoner metal band. I wanted to hear that weird avant-garde band that had like a trumpet player and a theremin in the background. Like I wanted that variety. So I
Mhm.
think if we can have variety in our music, we can fit on mixed bills too. And that's ultimately what I'd love because yeah, hearing the same thing over and over and over again, it's different bands, but I just want always something new, something catchy, something completely not the same.
Mhm.
well, there like when you get into a style, there's only so much you can do within that style, and it gets fucking boring if that is all you listen to all the time. It's like I only listen to deathcore. Like, really?
Mhm.
What about all of these awesome bands over here or these over here? Like, fuck. So that the coolest festival experience that I've had was this year, actually in July. There's a festival in Indianapolis called PostFest. It's predominantly like a post rock or post metal festival, or that's how it started. And this year, uh, it's first year I heard about it. Converge, Bong Ripper, um, oh fuck, Primitive Man. It was like it was so fucking wild. But like I went and it was with the pre-show. It was 4 days. So the pre-show opened with a doom band from Indianapolis called Karitzis, who were fucking great. And then that night ended with Zeta. Have you guys seen Zeta?
I've heard that name before, but I don't think I've heard their music. But that name has, I think I've seen it pop up a few times.
So they are. Uh, Juan, please don't be mad at me. They're they're South American, um, and I don't remember exactly where. I want to say Venezuela, but I don't think that's right. Uh, but they are. It's this like metal punk rock mix, and they are fucking great. Like, yes, they have this Latin flair, and it's oh my god, their fucking live show is incredible.
What was the
I've
name?
seen them. Zeta, Zeta.
Okay, I'll have to look them up for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
I think you were texting me when you were at that festival.
Oh, probably. Yeah. It was like, dude, it was so incredible. But like, so Zeta is it's so weird. I've seen them 4 times, and every time I've seen them has been on accident. Like,
That's Layla, yeah.
Oh, nice.
so the first time I saw them, they were on tour with Sparta, and I took my son to see Sparta because he likes them and I like them, and Zeta was on that bill, and they absolutely blew me away. Then the next time was in Detroit. They were on tour with High on Fire, so I'm like going to see High on Fire, and they fucking crushed again. And then I didn't realize they were on the pre-show for PostFest. They played the pre-show and PostFest, so it was cool seeing them like twice there. I was like, holy shit. Uh, but those dudes, the fucking nicest dudes in the world, they it's different. It's fun. Like their energy is it's almost unmatched on stage, So I bring up PostFest though, because I feel like uh, first you all need to come and like enjoy what it is, because it is uh, overall it's just a bunch of people who adore music, and they're not there in any sort of like gatekeeping or I'm better than you fucking way. Everyone is literally there just to be like, cool, dude, you want to be closer? Please go ahead. Like you want to dance? Let me give you a little room so you can really fucking get down. Like it was, there was this kid. Fuck, I don't remember his name. Max, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say Max, and if I'm wrong, fucking sorry, dude.
Sorry, Max.
Sorry, whatever your name is. So at the pre-show, like we're watching this band Rwake, who are absolutely amazing, like post rock, and there's probably 10 feet between like us and the stage, and he comes up and he's like, do y'all mind if we get in front of you, or I get in front of you? Like, fuck no, dude, go ahead. There's all that room. I don't care. We're all here to have a great time. And he gets down there and he just starts dancing and having a good time. And I'm like, hell yeah. And every time I went out, I looked for him. Like, I'm like, oh, I'm going to go watch this band. Shit, there he is. And who was it? Pianos Become the Teeth was playing a set. And this dude was like singing like he was the vocalist in front of a million people. And I just thought, like,
Awesome.
This is so fucking awesome. So the last night, there's this killer band from Australia called We Lost the Sea.
Oh,
they were playing.
Yeah, they're really good.
Oh yeah, they're phenomenal. So we're watching them, and I'm like next to the stage with their tech, and I'm seeing this kid, and dude, I'm telling you, every time I saw him that weekend, he was like he was the energy of the night, like just awesome energy. So I fucking was like, "Hey, Chris." He's like, "Yeah." It's like, "Give me a set list. I'm gonna try and give it to that kid." So he gave me one of the fucking set lists, dude, while they're playing. And I walked over and I had it all folded up and I just handed it to him. And the dude's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Just take it, you know?" And he takes it and I get back and he's there with his fucking mom. This is how like Leave It to Beaver it is. It was so great, dude. Um, but he opens it up, dude, and he sees it's a set list, and his fucking eyes were like this big. He's just like, "Holy shit!" It's like, "What's that for?" I'm like, "Dude, just you're having a great time. Like, you should absolutely have this. What a killer fucking memento, and thanks for just being like that happiness all fucking weekend. I loved it."
You see more people like that.
That's cool. Yeah.
Gives you that look.
Do you know? I'll tell you what they have curated with PostFest though has like the worst thing that I saw happen is someone threw a cigarette in the garbage.
I mean, if that's the worst thing you saw, that's actually not that bad. They,
Mhm.
at least they threw it out, not on the floor. So there you go. But
Well, we were outside, you know, but I think the dude was literally just throwing away a cigarette, but I think he put it out, but I don't know, but
oh,
like I'm like, that's the worst thing. Yes. It was just super cool. I like I would like to see more things like that, you know, really small, just really community oriented, you know, people showing up, helping each other, like, let's have a good time. All right. That's why we're here, you know.
Instead of getting mad at everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing with everybody that's in this band now. Everybody is on the same page where just want to have fun. We're not doing this to be stressed out or anything, and everybody that's coming into it is on that same page where they want to do it professionally but still have fun with it, so it's not like a job that you dread going to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Than, oh, I got to do this again.
Yeah.
That's never something that should be happening with a passion or something artistic. You should go into it enjoying what you're doing and seeing it as like a fun challenge, not like a challenge.
Yeah,
but
it's not like a chore.
But not like a chore. So
yeah,
I think that's what I'm appreciative about more than anything else. Is this is fun. Like I'm not a drummer, and I'm gonna have to now go over some MIDI drums tonight. I'm not looking forward to it, but at the same time, at the end of the night, I'll be like, cool, I just taught myself a new skill. I just learned how to do something I've never done before, and it actually, I think, is halfway decent. So
yeah,
it sounds better than the last drummer we had.
yeah.
Sorry, I shouldn't say that, but
that's all right. It just didn't really fit with him. It's we didn't click. He wasn't really familiar with the style of music, but there was just approaches that we take differently, and it was better to just kind of
right.
It seems like he didn't have enough time to come into the studio because of work and other stuff that he has to take care of. So we're trying to get this going, back up and running professionally. And even our friend that's doing the vocal tracks on these, I've toured with him for my first tour with them. I think we're about 8 weeks. So everybody that's in this right now is good people and experience with touring, so they know the really fun parts and they know the really not so fun parts.
The shitty parts.
Yeah.
That's
that breakdowns, like the breakdowns of both the vehicles and sometimes the people.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yep.
All of us do, we want to keep going, so we will make a press release when it's time about our vocalist and what our plans are, and obviously we're going to look to get signed on the label, but we're going to take it kind of one step at a time. We know we like what we're doing. This is the first time that this band is the first songs I've ever written in my life, so for me it's kind of cool to see finding, like Katie says, finding my writing style. So the beginning album or beginning songs were fun to play for me, but I think it almost sounded like I was doing too much of the same thing, too much like the doom stoner stuff where I wanted to introduce maybe faster parts or maybe more the neurosis tom heavy parts. And I think just gradually by itself, I wasn't forced. It was just the way it evolved.
Well, that's I think that's part of writing and being a musician, right? Like you start, at here,
Mhm.
and then as you learn stuff, oh shit, I want to add this in, or hey, this would be really cool, but the thing with music is like you write something and you get to go back and listen to it and critique it yourself and go, oh shit, just like you said, right? It's oh, it was too repetitive.
Yeah.
I should add some other stuff in there.
Yeah. Cause even though listening back to it now, it's like, all right, this sounds cool. But when I was playing it, I didn't want myself to get bored of it either. So it's, we didn't want to be lumped in. Like you were saying, you don't want to go to a festival and have every band sound the same. So I didn't want to sit in that room we have right over there and be bored of my own riffs. Even though I did have fun playing them, I knew it needed something, and that's where like Christian's going to come into that too, and at his parts, and especially when Katie put the keyboards and the drum beats to it, then I started seeing taking shape where it was like, all right, this stuff's it is, in my opinion, it's cool. It was fun to play, and it just got every time there's someone adding to it, it's like I could see it where the vision I had in my head because I've been talking about this for almost 10 years now, trying to get this specific project going. And even last night, I talked to a drummer that I've toured with before to see if he could do any session work or possibly tour with us. And he's in another band as well. And he's heard the stuff and he loved it. And he's like, yeah, just keep me posted. And yeah, we're just kind of networking with drummers and everybody right now and seeing where it goes.
Oh yeah. Speaking of like people you've played with before, is Tommy Buckley out with Soylent Green right now?
From what I know, yeah, I know they just opened for Acid Bath, I think, but
Yeah.
I haven't really talked to anybody in Crowbar in a while, but probably like 10 years. But I think Tommy's been in Soylent Green since the start, so I'm pretty sure he's still going, which is cool to see because even though I haven't talked to anybody, it's still, I know he loved that band because we would talk about that. Me and him would have the back seat on the Sprinter van in Europe and talk about Soylent Green. So I saw how excited he got with that. So it's cool that they're getting back together and going because a lot of people wanted to see that. A lot of people never got the chance to see them.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So out there now, like younger people that just got into them, they get a chance to see them. I don't know if they're going to do full tours, but it's cool to see that they're active again.
I think they are going to do. I think they're going to tour. I don't know how extensive that's going to be. I would assume it's probably going to look like a week or two here and there, especially with like Crowbar and Crowbar's schedule right now.
Yeah.
Obviously, they've got a lot going on, and I'm all for Soylent Green, but motherfucker, I love Goatwhore, dude. like, but
they can still in the future play shows because seriously, Goatwhore, that was I think one of my favorite bands to tour with. They they became such good friends of mine, and I don't know if I told you I was doing nursing school while I was on tour, and they would keep me motivated. They're like, hey, did you finish that essay yet? No, not yet. Okay, no Jack Daniels for you. You find us when you finish that essay, then you can do shots. I'm like, okay. So they definitely kept me motivated, and no, it was just it was a fun tour. It was really, really fun. I passed.
Yeah.
I got honors, so hey, it worked.
Nice.
Now, was that the tour when you guys played the Brews and Brews Fest in Chesterfield?
That I think no, the Brews and Brews Fest was I think a separate one. It was a 2-day fest. I remember Goatwhore was on one of the days. I think Battlecross was on another one. I think that
you guys
a separate
it was
kind of thing for us.
Okay, but Convalescence, Battlecross, and Goatwhore all played the same night.
Mm-hmm. I think it was that. There was another. I think it was a 2-day fest. I'm trying to think of the other show or the other band that was on the other days, and I see the flyer in my brain, but I can't make out the bands that were on it. But that was a lot of fun. That venue is really really cool because of that bowling alley that they have like next to it. So and the arcade game too. So like in between like setting up and getting like all the stuff ready for the show. Yeah, I'd go sneak off and play the arcade games.
Yeah, I
Then
think everyone would.
bands and stuff.
Yeah, that when they like at that Brews and Brews Fest, we had who was it? We were hanging out with Don from Battlecross, and Don's a bowler, so we fucking all went out like took up a couple of lanes. We're like bowling. He's like, "Oh shit, I gotta get ready." Fuck,
Yeah.
like
A Don's cool guy. Don was able to get Katie from the Detroit airport to the machine shop when 6 feet played because she flew in for that. He was going to come
oh
to
yeah,
the family stuff to take care of last minute. So
Yeah,
didn't get to hang out too much with him. So hopefully I can see him at some point.
yeah.
definitely a shout out to him. He went out of his way to help me out, and that meant a lot to me because I was like, well, I guess I'll get an Uber or something. I don't know, but no, like that's the best part. Like it's community. There's people that we know that are willing to help out, and it meant a lot to me that he was able to do that.
Yeah, I love Don. He is no shade to you, Jeff, but Don is one of the best fucking bass players
Yeah.
in my mind. To watch that dude play.
Say I'm not technical at all. And Don's like rips it up. He's really good.
Very talented.
That whole band
Yeah.
on the tour with too. Battlecross. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I am. They posted a photo of I don't know, probably a few weeks ago at this point, where they were like they all got together and actually played again. Other than Brian, like no Brian, but they had Kyle Wagner, Kyle has been a fucking fan of Battlecross probably longer than I have, dude. Like this kid, he was he was working at Meyer one day, and we were up there. Oh, I was probably just up there for whatever, hanging out. And I walk into Meyer with a fucking Battlecross shirt, and he's like, "Dude, Battlecross, I fucking love those dudes." I don't remember which one. I don't remember if it was Tony or Huron, but he was like, one of them fucking lives like right down the street from me, man. I fucking love those guys. I've been a fan for so long, and I'm like, kick ass, dude. And he was like, I mean, this no shade, Kyle, but you were kind of a little dorky kid, like we all were. Like we all have our times. But to see him like where he was and not really know who he is, to see like where he is now, he's a he's a great player. He can play drums, bass, guitar, fucking like really fucking cool to see.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Especially someone from like the start of things to like later on down the road. It's cool to see people's progress. It's good.
It's cool to see people fucking win, dude. Like
Yeah.
that's I think that's the coolest thing like in music is watching bands who Turnstile, right? Like, dude, I saw them years ago when where were they? They were at Louder Than Life, and there was probably 200 people at their stage, like watching them.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're huge.
Yeah.
Like good for you guys.
It's a good feeling, when you see your friends or people you've known and they get, they really get there. It's definitely a journey for sure to see it and experience it's a good feeling, especially if you know the people and that's what they've wanted and they've just sacrificed so much and pushed and pushed and pushed and did it, because metal, especially in the US, it's like, it's big, but compared to Europe, it's there's really no comparison. But I mean, to get to that point, it's awesome. It's just awesome to see your friends do that. I agree.
For sure. It's, friends or not, someone who's putting in the effort to do something,
Mm-hmm.
and seeing them like get the success and see it is just, good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is why people say follow your dreams. You go out, but it's not just, well, I want to do this and then not work for it. Like you have to like, it takes a lot of work, a lot of sacrifice that some people might not really understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of
100%
Okay,
agree. Mhm.
so Christian, give me 3 bands that you think people should listen to.
Oh boy, 3 bands. Can they be like any age bands or new bands?
I would say new, smaller bands because that's what we need. That's what we should highlight.
Okay, new smaller bands. I would say Dawn of Ouroboros out of San Francisco. Uh, awesome band. Definitely check them out. Definitely very black metal influenced. Female singer Chelsea Murphy. We're very good friends. Awesome band. Check out Astralborn. Um, they're out of Ohio, upstate New York area. Very like thrashy, technical, death metal, and let's see. I don't know if they're new or not, but you ever heard of the band Cannon Fever before? Out of Germany? No. Check them out too. They're really awesome. Just like it's about World War One. Most of their stuff. So it's like concept albums, or I think their first album is, but they're awesome. Definitely got big into those guys. So yeah, Dawn of Ouroboros, Astralborn, and Cannon Fever. Those 3 very sweet bands, and I think people who listen to them will definitely dig it.
Hell yeah. All right, Jeff, Katie. Let's go Jeff first and then Katie.
I'm gonna
What you got?
stay local with it. So we got,
Mm.
you know them too. Hollow Leg from
Yeah.
Orlando. I think they're one of the heaviest bands in Florida. I've always loved their style of it. And then bring up Florist again, which is another Tampa Bay band, and that's more like that stoner rock space kind of rock, if you want to call it that.
They have a theremin and they're sick.
Yeah, yeah, Jer fucking kills it on that theremin, dude.
And then there's other bands that we just saw play at the Doomfest, so it's going to be more than 3 on my end. It's a band called Stone Nomads.
Stone Nomads was
They're
good.
from Houston. False Gods from New York was really good.
That was one I was going to mention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'll also say, even though we're part of the band, but we're
Not
like, I started the band
no,
with Azal. It's Masters Ashes with Azal and Fred from Crisis and singers from Voivod. So that's another band that people should be, not just because, we're doing it too. It's like to see Azal. I saw him with Crisis, and I was back in Connecticut at the Webster Theater, like early 2000s. I think I saw him once when I was 17 and once a little bit later on. And Crisis was like 16 years, and he stopped touring for a while doing the family thing, and me and him kind of got back into playing. So to see him kind of, same thing we were talking about, to see your friends reach the point they want to. So it's cool to see that too. So I'd recommend that one too.
Fuck yeah.
Another band that we saw at the Doom and Gloom Fest was Sunbearer. They were really good.
Got the shirt on.
He's got their shirt on.
Yeah, they're out of North Carolina.
Doom Chugs and Harmony.
Nice.
They gave me the best.
Yeah, that one was cool.
Yeah.
Berm is another really good local band here in the Tampa area. And there's so much good talent out there. It's so hard to, I'm glad that there's all these different, social networks and places where you can like discover new music. And it's cool that like we're able to also talk about other bands as well. Visitant, my friend Chelsea, she's in that band. They just did a tour. My old drummer Chuck, he filled in for that run with them. I know another band I used to tour with, Casket Robbery. That's also another really sick band. Really, really hardworking group of people right there. And
there's a lot of unknown
people.
bands. So our 3 turned into probably like 15 right now.
Yeah,
I know, but listen, I do have to say I am a little upset that Doom and Gloom, you guys did not mention. You did not mention Lung Burner.
Oh,
I fucking love.
They were good.
Yeah, I caught the last part of them because I think that was they went on directly after us. there was a little bit of rotation, so we were able to see the ending song, but they're heavy.
Mm-hmm.
They were
Yeah.
from Georgia too, right? Atlanta.
Yeah, they're from Atlanta. They did that run with False Gods going
great.
down to that, and
Yeah.
they played both those guys or both those bands. They played Metal Monday here again, and fucking they were just
Killed
like,
it.
False Gods is a band I was talking to them since we started the Instagram Blow the Earth page, but now we're talking when we do the Connecticut and New York shows, because half of them are in New York. We want to do shows together at both Cherry Street and Lucky 13. They played at Lucky.
oh yeah,
So that'd be
Yeah,
someone we'd love to play another show with, because there were so many bands on that bill. It's hard to name them all because
Yeah, they were all good.
everyone was, brought their A game to those 2 days. It was
all
really
different
good.
styles too. It wasn't just like straight doom or stoner rock. It was just a mixture.
yeah. Like, you know, when you get into the weed music, there's really a lot of different varieties, you know, genres or subgenres or whatever, you know, like, in the way that people do it is like super cool. Like I think Hollow Leg, I love how heavy they are, and it's like the energy that they bring live is so fucking fantastic. And like then right, Florist, which is the fucking, I feel like we should all be smoking weed and eating mushrooms, and I don't do either of those things. But you know, to listen to them, like, we're gonna go on a journey, woo,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And then, you know, Lung Burner isn't just slow and fucking heavy, and
Over.
False Gods are like none of those things, you know, like they're heavy, but you know, is it like Doom? I mean, they're just kind of their own thing.
Yeah.
Chaotic energy
think-
that just like.
I think that's part of the reason why it took me this long to get the vision I had going, because I would say Doom, and I think people might have thought it was just a long, drawn out
Mhm.
stuff, when it was like a mixture of everything that I wanted, like the Neurosis, the Electric Wizard, you know, even some stoner rock in there, Caius influence stuff.
Mhm.
So
Typo Negative too.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So it's just basically all the stuff I listened to thrown in a pot, but I should have said Doom elements in the beginning. So I think that might have thrown people off a little bit, but we got there.
I think so.
Yeah.
And the other thing
Well,
about
I mean,
the stoner rock or the weed bands, like case in point is Bong Ripper and Bongzilla. That you have two bong bands, but they're two completely different, but still kind of in the same genre.
don't forget Bonginator,
Bonginator, yeah. There's a lot.
which is not like either of those.
Yeah, it's
like,
cool genre, because they all play together, but they don't sound the same.
not at all. Yeah,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
it's fucking great. It's so fucking great. Okay, all three of you, I have to rock. Thank you for coming to hang out with me on Sunday, Christian. It was
Thank you.
fucking great meeting you.
Oh, it was a pleasure meeting you too.
Can't wait to see you play, dude. You're
Can't
like
wait.
you're the only one I haven't seen play out of the three of you.
Oh, I'm excited to get out there, man. I'm excited to meet you in person too. That'd be awesome.
Hell yeah. You know, if you guys want, I'm just gonna throw this out there. You want to do a fucking Metal Monday in 6 or 8 months, or maybe 9. I don't know how far out they're booked right now. They stay pretty booked up, but
Mhm.
let's make it happen. You know, you've got a fucking place to crash at my place.
Awesome.
Oh, thank
Definitely
Yeah.
taking you up on that offer.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, you guys go. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too,
Awesome.
man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See ya.
See you later.